Hey, I'm Archie, and this is my 3 months on testosterone video. So yeah, 3 months. Cannot believe it. Um, yeah, so this month has been a very hairy month. It's been the big change. I said in my last video that I was starting to get some little bits here, little bits here, little bits here. Anyway, and that's just increased basically. It's more visible, not just to me now. It's probably visible just to a couple of friends that are really looking, only because I tell them to look. Yeah, getting weirdly proud over my handful of hairs. The ones here are getting darker. There's still quite a lot of blonde ones around, so hopefully they're going to go darker soon. My mum said she could see my moustache the other day because I hadn't shaved in a while. She said it looked silly, which it is, but that's fine. I don't care. So I've noticed I use the little stubble as like my little comfort blanket. I just absent-mindedly find myself stroking my face, so I must look quite strange to some people. Whatever. Yeah, I would say the facial hair is growing faster. Like, I do need to shave more, but I'm not, because I've noticed that because I use it as like a safety blanket thing, after I've shaved and it's completely like baby soft, it makes me feel like crap basically. So I don't really like shaving at the moment. I have to do it like on a day where I'm feeling really good basically. So yeah, there's that. My spots aren't as bad at the moment, but they are still around here. I think that's just because I'm touching my face so much that I'm making it spotty, basically. But it's calmed down, so I'm not having to use the intense spot wash, which is good. So my face isn't as dry, so I'm not having to moisturize as much. So that's nice. So my face is sort of breathing a bit. Hair in other regions, still very bald looking arms. I do have hairs, they're all blonde, so that's not changed. My arm hair hasn't changed at all that I can see. I'm getting chest hairs, like here, in the middle of my chest, so that's fun. They look silly, but again, I don't care. It's just like very sort of pale, mousy looking kitten fur. That's basically what it's like, a little patch of kitten fur right in the middle of my chest. My snail trail is more prominent. I had like a little one before tea, like it was noticeable, but now it's just sort of spread, and I've sort of just got hair all over my stomach now, and it's just getting darker, so got the feeling I'm going to have a very hairy torso. So, fine by me. I think I've got more hair on my back, like lower back, not like around my shoulders or anything, but I think just like a little square patch at the bottom of my back that's just apparently spread a bit and got a bit hairier. So yeah, I'm getting new hairs on my thigh. I noticed that because I touched my thigh and it felt like I'd recently shaved because it was so stubbly, which I haven't. I don't shave my legs. And yeah, so there's lots of new hairs coming in, so it feels really stubbly, which is quite cool. The rest of my legs don't look that much different. I think if I'd have taken some photos like before and after and all that, I'd probably be able to see a difference, but it's nothing like notable. It's still really just soft hairs. I I think my voice has changed a bit. I'm not sure how much. I need to look back at this video to see. I'm not sure how much of a change has been. It felt like a week ago I could hear a little bit of a drop. But mainly this month I've noticed that I'm not cracking as much as nice, so I'm not getting mocked as much by my friends. The only time I notice it cracking is when I'm nice and drunk. Just fine, because when I get really drunk I get really flamboyant, and it all just sort of fits, so it's fine. I would say that I'm passing a little bit more, just a little bit, but I live in a small village where everyone knows everyone, so I don't think there's much room to pass, if that makes sense, because everyone knows who I am, everyone knows what's happening with me. I'm fun village gossip, but that's just how it is. So yeah, I've not really noticed any difference in terms of that. My muscles, not that much different this month. I mean, no, you can't see. Didn't think you would. I think I'm just a little bit more toned, not that much. Mainly my thighs are getting quite toned. Like when they're sort of like tensed from standing up, they feel like just solid muscle, and they have like a big dink down the sides of them, which is really cool. I really like that. I haven't really tried to particularly work on my legs, but I have been trying to do more running, to do like cardio, just to burn off fat in general, so that's probably helped a lot. I think that's it in terms of physical changes. Yeah, I'd say so. Emotional changes, I don't feel as emotional this month. I know last month I said I was having like a weird whatever was going on. That's over. I'm back to being emotionless. I'm completely emotionless, but not far from it. So I quite like that. I don't like being emotional. So that's been nice. I have been more emotional in terms of getting pissed off. Like it's easier to piss me off, and I feel angrier when I am pissed off. Like there's no upset part of being pissed off. I'm just angry, but it's only in initial reactions that I notice it. Like if someone does something, like moves something in my room, something as simple as that, I'm like instantly really angry, but it's only for like a split second, and then it goes away, because my logical side of my brain kicks in, is like, get over it, you idiot. So I'm glad I've still got that sort of control. I hope that doesn't change. I don't think it will. But initial reactions I'm angrier, and it's easier to make me angry. But I forget about it very fast. I just drop it, because it's not important. It's never important. It's not worth anyone's time. So yeah, there's that. I have noticed that the past few weeks I'm starting to recognize myself in like the mirror. This sounds really strange and emotional and not me, but I'm starting to, the person in the reflection, I'm starting to see it's me more, and then it's just made me think about, like, for as long as I can remember, I always remember looking in reflections and photos and just not really recognizing the person that was supposed to be me, like even before I was trans. So when I did come out as trans, it made a lot more sense, because it was like, oh, that might be partly to do with why I don't sort of recognise myself, because my outer image wasn't who I was inside, and I was just a bit of a wally and didn't realise that. But whilst I've like socially transitioned, but before I medically transitioned, so like 5 months ago, whatever, I was still having those difficulties of not really seeing myself properly, because there was only so much I could do. I still looked very female. I still think I do look quite female. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, no idea, but I was more obviously female then, and it's nice to realise that I'm starting to recognise myself, but at the same time it's really sad to realise how disconnected I used to be. Like, I don't think I shut off a lot of emotions, and I don't think I truly realised how separated I was from like myself and my image. They were just so separated, and it's really sad to think about that and how long I coped with that. But it's all good now. Gotta look forward and all that stuff, and it's great to think that, well, hopefully I'm just gonna see myself in those reflections more and more. So that's really great, and it's made me very thankful that I've been able to do this, to be able to private transition for now, because I know a lot of people don't have that opportunity and have to wait for the stupid NHS system to process them. Yeah, so I'm very thankful. My NHS referral has come through. Speaking of that, I got my letter about 2 weeks ago, from the local community mental health team, I think that's what it's called, for my psych appointment, which is on the 25th of April, so that's like a couple of weeks away, 2.5 weeks I think. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, because it's in Skelmersdale, and probably no one knows where that is on here. I'm doubting. It's up in the north where I am, and it's just a place I know as being quite rough and racist and homophobic and all of those lovely things. So I'm just wondering what the local mental health team is going to be like there in that region. Should be interesting. So hopefully they're nice people. I'm sure they will be. But I don't really know what they're going to ask or anything. So yeah, that's happening. Fingers crossed that goes okay. And then they can send on my referral to Charing Cross. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no other changes that I can think of. So, hope everyone is well. And I will probably be making another video in about a week, because I want to talk about what my experience has been like working in a high school whilst transitioning, because I know transitioning with any job can be quite difficult, so I just wanted to share what it's like in an environment where you're surrounded by high school kids. It can be quite interesting. Yeah, so that's that. So, see you everyone.